Hey guys, this is Amit and you're watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Samsung Galaxy F52 5G versus Oppo F19 Pro. And we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, F52 have quad camera setup, 64 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. Whereas F19 Pro comes with quad camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is F52 because it have better camera sensor. And about the front camera of the devices, F52 have 16 megapixel of wide camera, whereas F19 Pro have 16 megapixel of wide camera. So the winner here is F52 because it can take low noisy photos in low light condition. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. F52 have LED flash, HDR and panorama, whereas F19 Pro have LED flash, HDR and panorama. So it's a tie. And about the video recording options in the devices, F52 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 120 fps. But F19 Pro can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 120 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So clearly the winner here is F19 Pro because it have gyro electronic image stabilization which can stabilize your footage. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. F52 have Android 11 support. On the other side, F19 Pro also have Android 11 support. So it's a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, F52 have one UI, whereas F19 Pro comes with ColorOS. So it's a tie because both of the user interface have different UI. So it's up to you which UI you like it or not, it's up to you. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. F52 comes with Snapdragon 750G 5G based on 8nm processor, whereas F19 Pro is powered by Helio P95 based on 7nm processor. So the winner here is F52 because it have faster processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, F52 is packed with Adreno 619 whereas F19 Pro is packed with PowerVR. So again the winner here is F52 because it can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. F52 can clock at 2.2 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset, whereas F19 Pro can clock at 2.2 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset. So again it's a tie because both of the devices have same clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, F52 have only one option, 8GB of RAM variant, whereas F19 Pro also have one option, 8GB of RAM variant. So clearly it's a tie. And about the internal storage of the devices, F52 comes with only 128GB of storage, whereas F19 Pro have two storage options, 128 and 256GB. So clearly the winner here is F19 Pro because it have multi-storage options. And about the external storage of the devices, F52 have dedicated card slot, whereas F19 Pro also have. So it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. F52 have 6.6 inches of display, whereas F19 Pro also have 6.43 inches of display. So the clear winner here is F52 because it have larger screen. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, F52 have approx 83.6%, whereas F19 Pro have 85.2%. So the clear winner here is F19 Pro because it have bigger ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. F52 have Full HD Plus display. On the other side, F19 Pro also have Full HD Plus display. So it's a tie. And about the display type of the devices, F52 have TFT display having 120Hz of refresh rate, whereas F19 Pro have Super AMOLED display. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have Super AMOLED display. It produces more sharper images, viewing angles are better, and the color vibrance is much more better than TFT panel. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. F52 have 8.7mm of thickness, whereas F19 Pro have 7.8mm of thickness. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have slimmer body. Talking about the weight of the devices, F52 have 199 grams of weight, whereas F19 Pro have 172 grams of weight. So the clear winner here is F19 Pro because it have lighter body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, F52 have Gorilla Glass 3, whereas F19 Pro have Gorilla Glass 5. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have newer generation of glass which is more durable than its older generation. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. F52 have plastic back with plastic frame, whereas F19 Pro also have plastic back with plastic frame. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. F52 have side mounted fingerprint scanner, on the other side F19 Pro have under display fingerprint scanner. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have faster scanner. And about the sensors in the devices, F52 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So again it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. F52 have 4500 mAh of battery capacity, whereas F19 Pro have 4300 mAh of battery capacity. So the winner here is F52 because it has slightly bigger battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. F52 have 25 watts of fast charging, whereas F19 Pro have 30 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it can charge up your device faster. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. F52 comes with normal speakers, whereas F19 Pro have normal speakers too. So it's a tie. And about the headphone jack of the devices, F52 have 3.5 mm of headphone jack, whereas F19 Pro also have. So it's a tie again. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, F52 have 5th generation of Bluetooth, whereas F19 Pro have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. F52 have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, but F19 Pro have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and some other chips. So clearly the winner here is F19 Pro because it have some other chips. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, F52 have 2nd gen of Type-C connector, whereas F19 Pro also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector, but it have OTG support. So the winner here is F19 Pro. Moving to the prices of the devices. In the international market, F52 is around $300 US, whereas F19 Pro is available from $300 US. In the Indian market, F52 have starting range from 23,000 rupees, whereas F19 Pro is available from 22,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera the winner is F52, in the performance the winner is F52, in the display the winner is F19 Pro, in the body segment the winner is F19 Pro, in the features of the device the winner is F19 Pro, in the communication chips it's a tie, and about the prices the winner is F52. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below what do you think, which device is better for you. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.